Whoop whoop, we are back. So the computer that I had to go get a brand new one because the other one kept freezing up. Hence the reason why I didn't come back on right away. But yeah, hopefully you guys had a chance to go check out the preview of our show. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. What's going on, Jane? This. You can't see me. I know, Lori. I know. You can see my avatar. And there's the link if somebody wants to jump up here. I'm actually loving this computer. Well, thank you, Trump said. Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait until this all comes out. Once this season comes out, it'll be amazing. I don't know if my eye is coming up or coming in here or not, but quit being creepy. Lori, then you don't know too much about these panels because 95% of the people don't turn their cameras on. But anybody is welcome to jump up here if they want. Why don't you jump up here, Lori? You know, if you haven't had a chance to go check out the Who is Ghost? Ghost. Who is Ghost?
London. Can you hear me?
There you go.
I've been on there a couple of times. You assume this isn't my first time?
Yeah, it's been so long since I've been on a panel, like on the home panel.
I know I've been doing well. But I'm freaking sick of this COVID thing. You know, if it weren't for freaking COVID, I would be going pro right now with my kickboxing career.
Oh wow. Well, here in Washington State, where I'm at, here in Vancouver, there's a whole bunch of businesses and stuff that said screw it, and they're not wearing masks or nothing. They're sick and tired of it.
You see, the whole thing with the mask thing, and it really winds me up. One, no one knows how to wear them properly because they have the nose out and everything. And two, it doesn't protect you; it protects other people around you, and they don't understand that. I think the visors, they're the most legit thing. Like, I only wear a mask when I have to or when I'm around a lot of people because I have acid reflux, and if I don't have enough dairy or milk in my diet, I tend to cough quite a bit. And because I produce a lot of saliva as well, because of my genetics, that's why I'm good at staying hydrated and my stamina. You know, I sneeze and I spit a lot. I'm not proud of it, but yeah.
Right. Did you see what Trump said? Trump. Did you see what Trump said?
Oh yeah, he's not wearing a mask. I know he's I don't know. When he's not the president, I think the last big thing he did was what was it?
The one that's on the screen.
All right, use this time wisely. Grind, bro. No, I haven't heard of that. What does it mean by that? Is it just a random quote?
No, so grind means keep pushing forward. Don't give up.
All right, in the UK, because we have a huge Afro-Caribbean community, grind means bump and grind. So when someone like it sounds homosexual, basically.
Right. Well, you can take it that way here too. When somebody says keep grinding, that's what they mean. Keep pushing forward. Keep working hard.
Yeah, and I think the last good thing Trump did, and I kind of think he did do it for publicity, but what is it now? He pardoned a couple of rappers. I only heard this about because I'm a fan of Kodak Black. Apparently, he's been pardoned.
But yeah, Black and Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Lil Wayne's cool as well.
Nah, trust me, you don't want to get me started on politics. Trust me.
Don't get me started as well, bud.
Trump said kickboxing grind isn't sexual. That is true. Oh, we lost him. We lost him. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen the previews yet, go check it out. previews for our new season coming out. It's on. If you look up TLC on Twitter or even Facebook, it'll pop up. It'll pop up, and you can see the preview of it. It just got released today.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. It was pretty good. What type of bike was you riding on there? That was pretty cool.
I have no idea.
All right.
What's going on, Stephanie? I'm not into bikes that much, so I don't know too much about them.
All right. Okay.
But it's all good. No, now that the news is out, I kind of backed off on going live on Facebook, Instagram, and here. Instagram, I don't really go live too much, but I kind of backed off on going live just for the simple fact, I knew the show was coming out. I knew they were going to announce it soon, and everybody kept getting pusher and or like they started pushing more and more for answers, saying they want, is the show coming back, and I couldn't answer it, legally.
I know you have to keep
by the contract. Exactly. According to the contract, I couldn't answer it, so I was like, you know what? I'll just kind of back off. Oops.
What was it like filming it? If you can answer this, like, were the film crew like on wearing visors or something?
What do you mean? You mean through this COVID?
Yeah, because you were filming it through the COVID, weren't you? Or was this filmed before?
No, this was during the COVID.
Oh, right, okay. So what was the film crew like? Did you have to be put on like drugs or something, or like visors or whatever?
Oh, we had to get tested like nonstop. I don't even know how many times I got tested for it, which kind of irritated me. But I was sick and tired of having that thing shoved up my nose.
I'm lucky. I've never ever had to get tested. Not until I fight, I'll have to get tested. No, because at the gym we have a bubble, like only like full-time students are allowed, so it's just 4, including me and the teacher.
Right. In the last year, I think I got tested like 7 or 8 times now.
You've been vaccinated?
No, not gonna happen.
Same. I don't want to put frigging stuff in my body that I don't know what's going on. I'm worried because in my local gym leisure centre, it's been used now as a vaccination claim. They have frigging army guys, truckers like going around, and it is kind of scary. Like, I have to pass it every single day on my way to the gym.
And see, we have TLC coming out here. We're doing a promo shoot out here next week, so we got to go get tested. We got to go get tested for that 2 days before they show up. So,
well, are you taking extra precautions, like to make sure that you haven't got COVID?
I sit at home.
Pretty much the same. The only all I do, unless it's work, I go home, train, and then stay. And people in my family think I'm weird. That like, oh, why won't you come to the mosque no more? And I'm like, because I don't want to catch anything.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I go to Walmart and stuff,
Yeah, but you have to, like, and if I didn't have to go to Walmart or whatever, I wouldn't have gone.
I mean, for me personally, that doesn't bother me. It's just I have no reason to go out.
Well, there's nothing to do. Everything is pretty much closed. Like the UK is like pretty much a lockdown. Can't go to cinema. We can't even go to the mall anymore. They've shut that down again. So, but everything's online shopping. Ever since I got Instagram, you can pretty much get everything fancy you want on there easily, as long as you have the money for it.
Yeah. Did you see what Trump said? Asked, how many amateur fights have you had, and what's your record?
Oh, right. Good question. Amateur fights. Well, I don't mean to brag, but I'm quite tall. I'm 6'2", and because of my long reach, I can't get hit. And I've good. And one of my trainers, Kenry Heavy Morris, like he's one of the best guys out there. Like he's a proper fighter. Like he's like the Emmanuel Stewart at kickboxing. So it's been 5. I had a 5 winning streak, 5 KOs. If COVID hadn't happened, it'd probably be, I don't know, 10 or 7. But hey, my last fight was 2 months before COVID-19. I think it was some South Asian, Pakistani or Indian sort of kid, like I just like shoved my glove in his face and just went boom, knockout. First round.
So where can these people follow you?
Oh, I'm not on social media yet.
Oh, you're not?
No, because I'm worried. Like, I don't want to put myself out there until I'm pro, and I know that I'm going to make money.
Very true. Very true.
I have quite a private life.
So Stephanie said too much testing weakens the nostrils, makes you more susceptible. Susceptible. And Lori said just lost brother-in-law 2 days ago due to COVID. I'm sorry, Lori. I'm not saying that it's not real. It's just I'm not going to be held back from it.
Well, it is, but it's been blown over. It's basically a very, very ultra version of pneumonia, I would call it. Like something that can make you sick, very, very seriously sick, like fast, depending how strong you are on defense, you know how healthy you are.
Right. And
Most
see,
people have died. I've already had something wrong.
last March, I actually, like, me and my wife both think we had it last March. Like, yeah, it was horrible. It was the worst thing that we've experienced. Like, we had major breathing problems. It was at the point where I was like almost blacking out because I couldn't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's my time, it's my time. If I'm walking down the street, if a car's gonna hit me on the sidewalk,
I'm exactly the same, man. Like, I've just given. I don't really fear. Definitely, yeah, I'm gonna look after myself. And like, I'm not stupid. But if I die, I'm just like, it's either gonna be limbo or I'm gonna be with God. So,
end of February. You never be careful sharing personal information. It's the FTP. I don't know. It's just I will just never do it. I have nothing against people who do it. Who go get the vaccine. It's just I'm not going to.
I don't think but it's a vaccine though. It's secure. It's not like an average vaccine, like something for the flu or polio, because this is more like serious. Like, I don't think it's really gonna be put back to normal until like they have an actual cure. Because some are saying like the vaccine won't even work.
So, oh yeah, those Amish kids got Rudy. They got what they deserved. Trust me. Those two Amish kids. Are you talking about the two Amish kids that
I remember that
got their sister pregnant? Is that the ones you're talking about? How many episodes are coming out? So we have 10 episodes coming out. 10 episodes. There's gonna be 10 episodes, and then it's gonna be what they call like almost like a recap. Lost them again. Yeah, they assaulted their sister. Where's Abe at? Abe is doing his own truck driving. He has his own business.
How long is each episode?
Each episode after commercials and everything is like 42 or 43 minutes.
All right, that's
so with the commercials, it's 1 hour.
All right, it's not that bad.
So once it airs here, it's probably going to go about 3-4 months before it airs in the UK.
I'll just have to use my VPN then.
Oh, Knight Rider, you're way behind. You are way behind. That was back on like season 4, season 5, somewhere around there. We're already on season 9. Normally the Amish are left to handle their own issues, but they didn't. Exactly, and that's exactly what we needed. We needed, the prosecutor was a dumbass himself. He's the one who let him go back to the house or back on the property where their little sister was at. What was she? 12 years old, 13 years old? Come on. And the prosecutor said there's not enough evidence, is what he said at the beginning. But yet there was a little baby.
Oh my goodness, the US court system is a load of rubbish because it can go either ways. Because if there's not enough evidence and they want to prosecute, they'll just make up a conspiracy theory and then they can get you for something that they made up. Or if they don't want to do it, they want to strike a deal, they'll just say, oh, there's not enough evidence, etc.
And the link is in the chat if anybody wants to jump up here. And I'll post it again.
Man, I won't get that for man, but I'm just saying it's one of my weaknesses. I love TLC, even though I know half of it's not true. I'm just like, oh, it's just American life, you know, like just the cheesiness of it and like the editing. It's pretty good. I have to give them that.
Right. I just got a new computer. This is the first time using it.
Oh, what type?
What do you call it? LENOVO is a brand.
Oh, right. What's it feel like acting on reality TV?
Was what?
What does it feel like acting on reality TV? Like, is it?
Are you asking what it feels like to be on TV?
Yeah, like how did he set you up? Like, do you just be yourself, or do you do a little bit extra?
I mean, there's some extra stuff at it. You know what I mean? But there's also a lot that isn't. And now, to me, it's just everyday life. It's just a job to me.
I'm thinking if I ever become famous, it's something I want to do. It's either that or talk shows because I'm quite an intelligent guy.
You would do good on talk shows. Me, on the other hand, not so much.
No, I can see it, you know, because of how you grew up. You know, you grew up in like. I personally think it's a good thing because you can get along with people. You grew up in like, you know, quite a simple-minded way.
Well, you know? that's the problem though, because I was never one to stay silent. I was always the outspoken one. I was always one who gave my opinion. I didn't care if it hurt anybody's feelings. You know, it's not my problem. Your feelings aren't my problems. Your feelings aren't my problems if I'm speaking the truth.
It's true. Like one of my favorite scenes, I think, I don't know if it was the first or second season. No, it was the first season, and he was out with Sabrina getting ice cream, and he was like, "I'm not putting up with this shit. She's gonna treat me like I'm some sort of backup plan. Like I ain't a bitch." I was like, you know what? He's right. And like they make you have to be an evil guy, but you know, like you're quite a nice guy, and you just express yourself with it.
I just don't care.
Yeah.
If I think you're an asshole, I'll straight up tell you you're an asshole. You know what I mean?
You know, but I can tell that you're a real tough guy, because you know, no fear. Because like, it's the same with me, and I'm like, you know, he's speaking to me and saying he's going to do this. I might as well just knock him out. But like, the only reason why I don't fight is because I can just lose my boxing license if something comes up, a clip or whatever of me doing something. So I'm like, no, yeah, I know you can kill him with one punch, but it's not worth it.
I mean, I've gotten into numerous fights, but my nose was broke like 4 times now. 3 times was from fights. You know, only a quitter walks away. Some people are just easily triggered, says Stephanie. That is true. You know, and that is the problem. That is the problem. Nowadays, too many people are straight up butthurt, and they didn't get their ass whooped enough when they were growing up.
Oh, most definitely. I thank my mum for smacking me in the face for something I did last week because it kept me in line.
Yeah, exactly. And you have respect for them.
Oh yeah, like I could beat up both my parents blindfolded, but I wouldn't do that because of what they've done for me and they've installed in me. You know, because I respect them now. You start off with a little bit of fear, but eventually they respect you. You know, with tough love.
I mean, I can say yes and no to that because me and my adopted mother do not get along in any way, shape, or form. But my father, I have 100% respect for him. You know, he's the one. He's the one who whooped my ass, but I have respect for him.
Oh yeah, both my parents whooped my ass, so I like probably the reason why. Like, I know, but it kind of angers most people my generation. I'm 22, and growing up, especially during high school, he said if my parents said that to them, I'd hit them. And I was like, you'd hit your mum and dad? I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you know, there's parts in the Bible, and and the Quran, you know, that says, you know, if you insult or hit your parents, you should be put to death. And I can understand why they said that. Because I don't know. Should you be put to? I mean, if you are willing to kill your parents, maybe you should, like, you know, have it.
I mean, here's the way I look at it. I got my ass whooped. If you know anything about milkers, like, you know, for milking cows.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Those thick rubber hoses. I got whooped one too many times, and one day I said enough is enough because I was getting whooped. It was actually, there's a difference between beating, like beating and spanking, right?
Yeah.
And one day I said enough is enough. And as he swung, I turned around, grabbed it, and gave him a crack and took off running. That was the last time he ever freaking did that. So put me to death if you want to, but you know, enough is enough.
No, that's okay. I believe if you do it
if you're gonna beat my ass just because you're pissed off at something,
no reason behind it. Yeah, because you're not teaching them anything. Like my parents always told me.
Don't get me wrong. I respect him for him disciplining me. I really do. But there comes a point in time where when your ass and your back are completely black and blue, and you can't sit down
that's
because
wrong.
When you have enough.
Yeah, that's wrong. But yeah, I know. I've forgotten what chapter it is in Islam, but it says, you know, like basically don't hit your kids to excess. Like don't hit them in the face. Like just, you know, give them a tap, and you're not allowed, you know, to use a weapon or a cosh. Like you're only allowed to use your hand, and you have to tell them why. You know, because it's not really beating them; it's giving them, you know, a bit of a shock. Like, hey, like, you know, don't try it, basically. But yeah, if you're just gonna do it out of anger, you're a dumb parent and you fail, basically. If you have to, especially, how old was you when you said you had enough?
I was 16 or 17.
Oh my goodness. I believe, well, that's a bad parent. You failed you. If they still beating you like that when you were 16, 17 years old, now they've done that. I think the last time.
The problem is,
I got hit. Oh, I'll let you finish.
The problem that I had with everything, right? And I'm not going to go into detail, but the problem that I had with everything was my mother controlled everything.
Oh my days.
So he just bowed down and did whatever she told him to do. And I know that's why he was doing it, you know what I mean? Just to keep peace between them two. So I respect him for doing that. I respect him for, you know, disciplining me. But I do not respect the fact that my mother is the one who kept pushing him. Do it again, do it again, do it again.
Well, he's definitely, I don't mean to disrespect your father, but if he's not controlling his household, well, equally, at least, if he's doing what his wife said, then he's a bad father. Like, my household was like 50-50 as well. Like,
right.
My mum controlled some stuff and my dad did, yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I will never say that he's a bad father. Never. I will never say that. But I will say that my mother was the worst person that ever walked the earth. Because there's way more to it than just that.
I think the problem with women is that they manipulate people. Like, even I can think of the worst guy, but at least it will be, you know, he won't lie. You know, the worst guy I've ever encountered, like, said racist stuff, but at least, you know, he was honest and he, you know, he wouldn't say it behind my back. But then women, they lie and then they manipulate and then they say things behind your back. Like I was almost accused. I remember when I was senior year in high school of sexual harassment or whatever, because one of the girl's friends who was lesbian, and because I come from, you know, quite a devout religious background, and I said, look, if you want to do you, that's fine, but I don't want to be educated on it because it's not going to benefit me. You know, the whole rainbow hierarchy thing. And her best friend, who I was good friends with, was attracted to me, but I wasn't. I was here to study at high school, and just the principal one day, and he said, "Oh, you've been?" And I said, "I haven't. We're friends." And I said, "Well, did she say it herself?" And she said, "No." And I said, "Well, can you tell me you made that comment?" And they said, "No, we can't, because you have to protect their identity." And I said, "Well, how can you accuse me of something I haven't done, etc.?" And I got suspended for that. And then I found out 6 months after I graduated that she did it.
All right. That to me, that's a very touchy subject. Just for the simple fact there's still some ongoing stuff in the court system.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say too much. I'll
All
just
right,
leave it.
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm just saying, but then all the worst things that have happened with guys, they've always been honest about it. We've either ended it in a debate or just a fight, and after the fight, we just shake hands. That's what it's always been.
But yeah, I mean, you saw the preview to this new season coming out, correct?
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that you're gonna see in this new season, you're gonna be like, why is this not on the Lifetime channel? That's I mean, I can honestly say that I have been mind blown over and over, day after day, with stuff that we found out, stuff that is going to be showing on the show.
Wow.
And
I can't wait.
it's a lot of people are going to get answers. A lot of people are going to get answers. A lot of people have been. Yep, the new season has been announced. Chris, if you look up, if you go to Twitter or Facebook, Chris, and you look up TLC, you'll see it on there. Or if you go to my fan page, I also have it on there. Yeah, it's very, very real.
So when you got tested, did they have like a mobile place? Like
No.
a truck? Or did you have to actually go to the clinic?
Yep.
Well, that's got to be hard. Like, you have to go a certain time and then you got to film. Well, that's got to be... I respect you for that.
I mean, it's all good. We had to get tested. We had to do quarantine in the hotel. And it was a whole bunch of crap, but it is what it is.
Do you watch any of the other TLC shows? Like, I don't watch any of them anymore except 90 Day Fiancé. That's the only one I watch.
No, I don't. I do very, very little. My wife sits and watches some of those. There's a show that's out there right now. It's called 1,000-Pound Sisters.
Oh my days.
And I'm going to tell you right now, these people, these two sisters are very confident with themselves. They are, and that's the way it should be. But the problem that I have is, they're on TLC and I'm on TLC, right? Yeah. TLC tells me season after season after season because, I want to do videos, like panels and stuff, adoption, whatever, and I want to talk about it on the show. But they say, oh, we cannot promote YouTube, blah blah blah. But then they turn around, they allow the 1,000-Pound Sisters to promote their YouTube channel.
And the fact that you get a show just for abusing your body and being fat is crazy. And then they're getting the YouTube channel.
I can't sit here and say that it is that is abusing your body because some people can't help it. Some people honestly cannot help it.
Really? And then how would they cope with a famine then?
There's some illnesses that will make you gain weight.
Well, okay. I'm not going to do that. That's quite a touchy subject because I'd probably that'll upset people, so I'll just change the subject on that.
And by the way, FTP, I already told TLC. I said I said you guys can force me to go get tested, but I said the minute you tell me that I need to do take the vaccine before I can do another season, I said you can kiss my ass goodbye.
I mean, the vaccine might not even work. You could still catch COVID with it. I've seen like scientists and stuff, and they say, "Oh, it only cures 90% something, or it just prevents it."
What's going on, Jeremiah?
Not too much. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Good to hear you.
Well, thank you. Finally came back on a panel.
Yeah, I was wondering where you've been.
Yeah, I've been staying kind of silent and laying low, until they announced the new season.
Yeah, I know. I remember a while back when you was down here in Florida, I was asking you to do it. Could I go do it again? You kept kind of putting it off. I figured you were.
Well, we were actually filming in Florida. That's why I was there.
Oh, really?
I had to kind of jump around it whenever I went live down there.
Oh, really? When you were down there in Sarasota?
Yeah. Yeah. So when I said I'm just here, enjoying the weather, that's when I was on my 2-week quarantine.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
So I didn't lie.
that.
I was just relaxing on vacation.
I said, you slide dog when I seen you come on here and say, do that. I said, you slide dog.
Oh boy. I can only say so much,
Right. Who's all in it this time? Everybody
Uh,
or?
no, so the only originals that are in it is Sabrina and I.
Really? Mary
Yep.
ain't going to be in it? And
Nope. Mary's not in it. So it's Sabrina and I are the only originals, then it's my wife, and then Sabrina's boyfriend, and a few new ones.
Oh,
Oh,
yo,
okay.
Sabrina's back in it, man. How's she doing?
She's doing pretty good. She really, really straightened up her act.
Nice.
That's good.
So yeah, that's the only reason that she's back on.
I figured y'all had the whole old gang back together.
No, trust me, we tried. We tried. Abe and Rebecca, I understand. They want their privacy. They're just done with it.
Right.
I
I
don't know,
figured Mary would be on there, though. I figured you couldn't keep Mary away.
I don't think we'll ever see her back on.
Is
Really?
it the skinny one who was a model or something?
No, Mary was the mother.
Oh, right. I know what you're going on about. Okay, I know what you mean.
You're talking about Kate.
Yeah.
Now, what about the daughter, Mary's daughter?
Katie Ann?
Yeah.
Last I heard, they had left the Amish. Her and her husband.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's not going to be on the show?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope. But I will tell you this season is probably going to be the best season there's been with us.
Oh, really?
It's going to outdo. I have a feeling it's going to outdo season 1. I might be wrong, but
Really? Wow.
Yes, absolutely.
It's going to have to be good then.
We had our average viewers per episode on season 1 was 3.2 million, I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It was like 3.8 or 3.9 was the highest.
Man, that's a lot of people.
But that was back on season 1. The last few seasons it has been kind of down, but
What year was season 1 out?
2012 is when I think it was like April or May of 2012 when we started filming.
Dang, I can't believe it's been that long.
That's like
ago.
10 years almost.
Yep, it's been.
And I was only 13 back then.
What was that?
He said he was
I
only
was only
13.
13 years old back then.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm only 22 years old.
You're a spring chicken.
I know, but quite mature for my age.
I'm 65. I'm 65 years old, so y'all are babies.
Well, so let me see. You're 65, and he's 22. So I'm right in the middle of you guys.
How old are you?
41.
41?
You don't look your age.
I don't act like it either.
I think last time I saw you on here, you was out walking at night, going down the sidewalk.
Yep. Yeah, that was when I was trying to get my sugar levels down.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, your sugar level. I was wondering because I didn't hear nothing after that.
Oh, you're diabetic. So what, you taking injections?
What do I think? What?
I said, oh yeah, you're diabetic. Like, are you taking injections now or something?
Yeah, I got to take insulin. In the beginning, they had told me I was type 2, but now I'm actually type 1. So
is that worse or better?
Type 1 is worse.
Oh, okay.
Say hello to Jeremiah.
Hello.
She's on the phone.
Gotcha.
Maybe she'll get off of there before you get off there.
But yeah, I mean, I just thought I would go live, and have people come up and talk about whatever. My panels aren't really the most exciting panels, but
hey,
it is what it is.
It's real.
Yeah, that is true.
So where you at now? Out in Washington State?
Yep, Vancouver, Washington, 10 minutes from Portland.
Oh, okay.
So you filmed the whole series in Florida then, was it?
No,
All right.
no. We went to Ohio, Michigan.
All right. So this
I, I,
was in Highland, Michigan.
I can't say too much.
Okay, sorry.
No, never. Listen, never be sorry. The only dumb question there is the one that doesn't get asked. Well, thank you, Trump said. So yeah, I mean, it's been what 2 years since the last season. People didn't expect us to come back. The show was actually supposed to air back in November, and things kind of got pushed out.
Oh,
And
okay.
we're glad it did. Gave
I
us
know, I'm shocked.
gave us time to do a little better quality stuff. You know what I mean? We didn't have to rush because it was because of how real it is. Like you just don't want to be rushing through it.
Right. So how long did it take you to film it all?
Well, we're still doing interviews
Wow.
where you see us sitting and talking.
Right.
So you mean flashbacks, and then when you see a little screen, a reaction screen? Oh, okay.
Yeah. You see us sitting there talking about it.
Okay.
So,
Do you do cuts and takes in reality TV, or do you just do it one take?
so if we say something that is very important, or if there's more than one person in the room, if the camera didn't catch everything properly, they ask us to say it again, just so they can actually get us saying it.
Right.
And by the way, Trump says in the chat, he actually knew what I was doing in Florida. He knew that we were down there filming. So he's been holding the secret for a long time.
Well, I figured the way you wouldn't ever say much about it, you was probably
Right.
either getting ready to, or you were.
See, the thing is, according to my contract, I can't say yes or no if people ask. Even if, let's say TLC says, "Hey, we're done," right? If they tell us that they're done with us,
Right.
as long as they haven't put it out to the public, we can't say.
Right. Okay.
So, kind of make sure we do everything, properly without getting in too much trouble.
Oh yeah.
Even though this is actually a funny thing here, or I think it's funny. I got a phone call the other day, and I was told, "Listen, if you don't want any problems, then you need to go delete this one video on your YouTube channel." I was like, "Why do you care about my YouTube channel? You don't let me promote it, so why do you care about it?" "Well, there's a blue swastika on it," which is Eric Brandt. It was his avatar. So they made me delete it.
Who was that? TLC?
Yeah, which what they don't know, I didn't delete it. I just unlisted it.
Oh, okay.
Man, that's ignorant. It could be that Hindu swastika thing. Like, it might not be Aryan.
They're just, I don't know. We go back and forth.
Man, I can relate, man. There's when I was in college, my last day of culinary school, no, my last year it was senior year, because they were sponsored by like some leftist media. Like, I had to be in certain photos, and I almost got suspended, like, for not like promoting certain things. And I'm like, I want to stay away from the media. No, I just want to be neutral. It's like, no, you have to say this tastes nice or this is good. And I'm like, all right. You gotta do what you gotta do.
So when you coming back to Florida?
Honestly, I don't even know. I have no idea yet. But Trump said make that video private. No, it's just, I don't know.
Now, when you were up Ocala, were you filming still, or was that not? You weren't filming then?
No, we weren't filming at that time.
Oh, okay.
No, we were done in Florida, and so we went to northern Florida, and from there we went up to Ohio stuff.
Oh, okay. All right, man. I'm gonna get off here.
All right, thanks for coming up here.
All right, good to hear you, man. I'll holler at you later.
All
So
right,
when you
sounds
were
good.
filming, was that during summer or near winter or something?
That was you mean when we were filming?
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think.
I don't want the date or anything. I just want to know, like, was it when it was like you would say on average like cold, or was it warm?
No, I think it was when it was well warm when we started. We were down there for a while.
Okay.
Trump said I'll probably end up making that video private. Just so in case somebody does have the link or whatever, you know. It is what it is.
I know it is what it is. Man, it's just been crazy. Like, I think the only thing that COVID has benefited is just like social media. Because like just people just been making crazy videos, like made up videos, and then like protests. I think the craziest protest I saw was, you know, like something you'd see out of a video game. That guy was wearing Viking horns when he went into the presidential place.
Well, the thing is, me and left and rights, okay, I go down the middle. This left
Same,
crap,
man.
this left crap, this right crap. You know, people just need to get over themselves and start realizing, listen, we all need to come
Work
together,
together, innit? Yeah.
come together and work together, right? Instead of going against each other.
I know. I
So
think I knew that it was a load of rubbish back when I think it's when the UK had their own referendum, and I'm thinking, oh, this is a load of rubbish. Like to me, they're both. Well, in the UK, it's liar versus liar, but which one's better at lying? And maybe you'll say some truth. And then it is,
yeah,
and it's kind of
they,
the same in the US, but more
they both
boldly.
they both lie. They both lie. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I never
Yeah,
will be.
if we ever do come American, God willing, I know I'm just gonna stay neutral. I just want to live. I want to live in Virginia, you know, just on an old ranch in a house in the middle of nowhere with loads of firearms. That's what I want. I just want to live a simple life and just be able. And as long as free speech is allowed, I just want to express whatever I want because I'll be rich and I'll say, "Oh, I don't care. I've got loads of money. I can say whatever I want." If you like boldish brash guys, you ever heard of Andrew Tate? He's kind of I've met him. Like he's taught me, a couple of things with kickboxing. He's on YouTube as well. It's a funny channel. His channel's called Tate Speech, but because it sounds like hate speech.
Mm-hmm.
And he just gets to the point. Like he's neutral when it comes to politics. Like he just, everything he says is facts. But if he was to say something in the UK or the US, like he'd be, or even in the US a bit, like he'd be arrested or something. But he lives in Romania.
Now, don't get me wrong. I agree with some of the stuff. I disagree with some of the stuff, but for the most part, I just go down the center. I try to stay.
Yeah,
I mean, I
you
can't.
just want to
I,
stay
I,
neutral and
I,
enjoy your life.
I mean, I can't say that I'm neutral in some things. Some things I
Oh yeah,
am very.
obviously, I'm the
I
same.
some things I am very far to the right. I will say that.
Yeah, I know. Like, if I had to pick one, I would probably be around to the right because I'm a bit old school.
Right.
Yeah. But then I'm also like, but I don't want to tell people what to do. It's more advice. But then I
Trump,
don't want the idiots taking control. You get me?
Trump said, "Tell him Peru is much cheaper than Virginia. Great lifestyle."
Yeah, but I want to live in the US. Peru's not in the US. Like, it's real. You'll laugh. The reason why I want to in Virginia is good gun laws. It's not too far from Florida or up north. Like, it's an all right place. It's cheaper to live. It's
so,
quiet, and it has a decent black community. That's
so
one.
you want to be in Virginia, where Washington D.C. is?
Yeah. Plus, it gets really cold and it gets really hot. So,
Screw
another
that.
funny thing. So I can, I can wear in the summer, get my tank top out, show off all my tattoos, and then in winter I can wear a nice fur coat and show it off. And people will say like, "Fair is man." I'm like, I don't care. I can afford it.
If
And
you
like jump around in my Ford Navigator like Ice Cube. Are we there yet?
if you really if you really want to live the lifestyle, then find some places where it's out in the country, like Washington, Oregon, Utah,
Oh
Arizona.
yeah, Washington would probably be good because you're allowed to defend yourself in Washington. Like you won't get arrested. for like
I mean,
punching a guy in defense.
so here in Vancouver, Washington, there's a whole bunch of people that walk around, open carrying, right?
Is
So
concealed carry allowed though?
concealed carry with a permit.
Yeah, right. If you get the card and everything, yeah,
Yeah,
CCP, you call it for short.
right. And then if you go like into the center part of Washington, there's a whole lot of counties and towns and stuff. Even the cops said, if they would ever make laws where you can't have guns and stuff, they're not going to abide by it. They're not going to enforce it. So,
Well, I'll move there then.
but as far as the weather, I mean, you'd have a lot of snow here during the winter. If you're on the western side or the eastern side, sorry, if you're on the eastern side of the mountain range.
So the East
Um,
Coast. Okay. What
So-
about what about if you wanted warm, like roasting hot summers, like, or is it just warm in the summer?
It's just warm.
Oh, okay.
And then during the winter, like here on the western side of the mountains, we get a lot of rain, not much snow.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Oh,
I'm very,
Trump's-
very lucky currently now in the UK. It's the first time I've seen proper snow in like almost, I would say, 7 years. Like, it's that cold enough that people can make, proper snowmen that you see in the movies, like 3-tier.
right.
You
Let me
just
see
like
if I-
see people hanging around, making them.
Let me see if I can pull up a preview. If nobody's seen it, then
Where currently are you now in the US?
Washington State.
All right, so is it snowing then?
No.
Oh,
Not on the western side of the mountains. We barely get any snow.
wow.
It's normally
Was
rain.
it just rain?
Rain almost every day.
Freaking ain't rain.
If
You
you're
just get
on
soaked.
if you're on the eastern side, then yeah, you're gonna get a whole bunch of snow. All right, I'm looking for trying to find the preview. See if I can find that one here. Probably not.
When it comes to when you're working, on the TV thing, like, I know you get paid, but do they also like pay for, like, let's say accommodation and food?
So I got a question for you. When you have a job and you go out like that, does your boss pay for it?
My current job,
Like most
yes
jobs.
and no. Oh, most
jobs.
minimum
Most.
wage jobs, no, I would say no. But my job, my boss, like, he sometimes pays for lunch. Like, let's say we're going out for long hours, or we have to work on the store because I work as a cake decorator. Like, he's, he sometimes pays for our lunch.
I'm talking about like if you guys go, if your job takes you out of the state or whatever, right? Your boss
My
pays for
dad's current job, he's currently actually in Florida. Well, his job, I can't say what it is, but yeah, he has to go abroad. Yeah, he does get paid. They do cover his costs for travel and expenses and stuff like that. Yeah, the only thing they don't do is rent. But other than that,
yeah. So the answer,
hotel and food, then yeah.
So the answer is yes. They pay for all that stuff just like any other job would.
Wow, that's gotta be nice thing to be able to eat as much as you want.
That was a long way of answering your question.
Okay, well, I'm glad you made me think. That's good.
Oh boy.
Now that must be really, really nice then, be able to go into a nice restaurant and just eat as much as you want.
Yes and no.
Oh, what about the no thing because of your diabetes?
Well, when it comes to good restaurants, I'll just give myself an extra shot of diabetes, insulin.
All right. Well, what about the no part then?
Well, the no part is when you go with people like production, right? Most of them are from the big cities.
Right.
So these hole in the wall, the best restaurants are like the little tiny little restaurants, hole in the wall, mom and pop restaurants. They don't like those. They want these fancy restaurants where if you get a steak, you get a tiny little one, or if you get salad, you get the
I used to
nasty
work at
salad.
one of them.
It's
They totally rip you off.
Exactly. So I would rather go. I feel more comfortable walking into Mickey D's or McDonald's, whatever you want to call it, and ordering from there than I do going into these expensive
I'd
restaurants.
say the best places to go are anyone that is family friendly because they have kids there and they have to make the place extra clean so it's more safe, you know. So like a nice good old American diner or a TGI Fridays or a Denny's, it may seem a bit tacky, but it's a lot safer and you know it's more wholesome.
It's just I don't know. Walking into a restaurant where it's $100 a plate, to me that's just stupid.
Yeah, and and the
It,
chefs there,
it
they're all like Gordon Ramsay, I think.
here,
What is it
here's
now?
a
Michael. All right, I'll let you finish.
here's the thing, right? A lot of people, they live to eat. I eat to live. So meaning it's actually like if I could go without eating, I would.
Oh, most definitely, especially me as a fighter. I wish, you know, like if like in the future, like we just can have these injections that we can just put into our bodies and now I'm full. It would just save so much time.
I would take those in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's just a
But
waste of
as I was saying, I know I worked in he's basically in he's not as famous, but he taught Gordon Ramsay basically. I worked in his name's Michael Pierre White, and I worked in the best restaurant in the city I currently live in. I don't want to say where it is for privacy concerns, yeah, but they had these mini burgers. Imagine, right? We're making fancy junk food basically. Imagine something that you'd eat at a American burger diner, but tiny and like 3 times the price. That's basically what we were making. And if someone ever complained about the food, like once or twice, sometimes they spit in the food. I'm not joking. I think the last time was this mushroom soup that was freaking tiny, and the person complained that it was too hot.
I have to. Go ahead.
Okay. I've never spat in someone's food. I'm not like that. This was before COVID as well. So this was like 3 years ago. All right, so they reheated it in the microwave. Right, and then she complained it was too hot. So they got a new batch room temperature, and then she complained that, oh, what is it now? Something with the consistency. And they said, you know what, right? They got the bowl and spat it in the bottom of the bowl, so that'll keep it cool in the right temperature and the right consistency with my saliva. And then she just didn't complain. And she didn't know, said, oh, well, the secret ingredient worked. And it wasn't just one people. It's like they enjoy it. Like they get in a group and they ask, do you want to come and spit in the bowl? And I'm like, no, well, no.
Oh, wow.
I said, I found you're missing out.
So I got to point out something here. What Dave said. We own Duffs in Buffalo, New York. Family owned since 1946. We just sued the state to open back up for indoor dining and won.
Congratulations.
Dave, congratulations. I am glad that people are doing that. Honestly, I am. See, here's the thing. Here's one thing that I do not agree with. I 100% disagree with this crap. Okay. So I don't know how it is in any other state, but here in Vancouver, you can walk into a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And you have to wear a mask to walk in. But the minute you sit down at the table, you can take your mask off.
I know that's bollocks. It's the same in every single restaurant in the UK before they shut them all down.
So the question is, are these people dumb enough to believe that walking in with a mask on, the COVID or whatever you want to call it, is gonna stop at the table or stop at the door? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it.
And it's like something out of a video game, like red, mask off, green, mask on. You know what was crazy? And this will make you probably laugh. Like, right, last time I went, I think it was this East Asian fusion restaurant, like my little sister's like it, and it was a birthday. So this was during October. Right, so if I sit down, I can take my mask off.
Mm-hmm.
But I can only take it off if I'm actually eating food. But if I finish my food, I have to put it back on. Or if I stand up, I have to put it back on. It's really weird. And like the last, like, let's say I was taking a break, like just to burp, and they say, excuse me, are you still eating? And I'm like, yeah. And they said, well, can you continue eating? Because if not, you're going to have to put your mask back on. And I'm like, what?
So
Like, do they have a timer? Like, oh, count to 30 and you have to put your mask back on?
Here in Washington State, right? So the casino that's only like 15, 20 minutes from where we live at, you can't smoke. You can't smoke inside it anymore. But pretty much all the other casinos you can smoke inside, And as long as you have a cigarette in your hand or you have a drink in your hand, your mask can stay down. But the minute your hands are empty from those two, your mask has to go up. So you see a lot of people walking around just sipping nonstop, smoking while they're playing slots.
I can understand I can understand drinking because, like, you know, it kills bacteria, but smoking, man, I don't. It wouldn't. This would never ever happen in the UK because smoking is practically illegal. And like nowadays, even in like on the street, unless you're in your own house and it's privately owned. Because now the council, we call it, but it's basically the British version of saying state, like a state-owned property. Now you can't smoke. Like if they catch you, let's say the inspector comes in and said, "Right, we're evicting you for like smoking."
Almost.
So that would never ever happen in the casino in the UK.
Right.
Yeah.
In Illinois, we have to have a mask on every time we interact. Oh, wow. That's crazy. See, here you don't have to.
Man, Chicago, yeah, man, I could relate to Chicago because that's basically what my city's like strict gun laws, but high gun crime. Like my city is so violent that it has gun as a nickname and it gun something, even though it has really, you know, the strict gun laws. I know Chicago is so left.
Right.
I'm surprised the city's still standing. If it wasn't for maybe the basketball team is keeping it up.
But I think I'm going to jump off of here, Ghost.
All right. Nice speaking to you. All right, bye.
I'll be back later on sometime. So.
But I'll probably be in bed by then. It's 11 o'clock.
Oh, wow. So if somebody hasn't seen the preview, please check it out. Go to Twitter or Facebook to the TLC site, and the preview's up there. Or look up Jeremiah Raber on Facebook, blue check mark. I have the video posted there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys come back when I go back live again. Thanks for coming in here. I appreciate it. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.